And welcome back. We're joined now by Mandy Griffin from Red Door Pediatric Therapy in Bismarck.
Today we're talking about how early is too early to be expecting your child to develop communication skills. So good morning, Mandy. I have a little bit of experience with this because my middle child didn't really talk until he was almost 4. He communicated by grunting, pointing, and he would like babble, but you couldn't understand a thing he said. And so we did have to get speech therapy for him. And I don't think we started as early as we could have. So
A lot of parents come in and with just the concern that my child isn't saying words. Now what? And I just wanted to talk about a few skills that are a lot earlier than words that a lot of people really don't think about.
And maybe if I had known those, we would have, gotten help sooner. So tell us about that.
So there's several different communication skills that I've listed. Like the first one would be eye contact. That's our really earliest mean of communication. Just even babies weeks old will look to you and want that eye contact. So it's just really important when they do make that eye contact with you, that you react appropriately with a smile, or as they get older, just with a silly face or something like that. You'll see them imitate.
That you notice that they are making eye contact with you. Just acknowledge it.
Most people do with babies, right?
Yeah,
you look at the baby and they smile at you and you react. Right?
Yes, yep.
But if the baby isn't looking at you, that's a warning sign. Or a problem.
I mean, we strive to get joint attention with kids. That's another one. And that is where you kind of share an experience together. So as the baby gets a little bit older, if they see something exciting or somebody kind of scary or a stranger, they'll look to them and then they'll look right to you just to share that experience with you.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What do you mean by social referencing?
So social referencing is another skill where, again, as they get a little bit older, they want you to watch them. You may have seen them do a twirl 500 times, but you're going to get, Mom, watch, Dad, watch, look.
Take them to a swimming pool, right?
Yes, they want you to watch them. And it's so important to them every single time, whether it is the 500th time. They love that attention.
Right, and so you have to kind of make sure that you are focused in on them instead of, they can tell when you're not paying attention and you're just pretending. Or
if you say, just a minute, they'll come to you and be like, no, watch me now.
Right. Oh yeah, they definitely will.
Yeah.
Taking turns.
Yeah, so taking turns is another important skill that you can model just playing on the floor when you're playing with blocks or even with tickles. You'll use the verbiage, my turn, your turn, or if you don't use the verbiage, you can, put your block in and then just hand them one and see if they can do it after you.
Okay.
That kind of leads into another one, which is motor imitation, where if you cheer and clap, you'll want to see them clapping after you.
Right.
Or patty cake. If you're doing patty cake, you'll want to see them start to do some of those things with you.
What if they don't?
Well, if they don't, typically what we try to do, we can facilitate those skills just by getting on the floor and playing more. Try to get them to look at you. Bring what they're interested in and put it up by your face. Once they do make eye contact, again, react appropriately. A lot of times, if you can't get down on the floor and play with your kiddo and you're carrying them around, just talk about your day. What are you doing next? Oh, we're going to make some lunch. Or oh, now we're going to wash up. Let's clean up. And just use verbiage like that to teach them that vocab throughout their day. Okay. Books are so important. We read a lot of books to kids, and that's so important. And then also just avoiding screen time. They'll learn a lot more from you than they will from a screen. So.
What if you notice that your child is trying to communicate with you and can't seem to get the words out and then gets frustrated?
Well, that's kind of tricky. We want to obviously reinforce what we know. So if they want to say something and they can't quite get those words out, if you know what they want, you can get them to ask by gesturing even. They can point to you, they can reach for it, or if they can make a sound, whether it's the word or not, if you know that's what they want, they're trying to communicate with you, so you want to reinforce it that way.
Okay.
As per usual, time flies when we're talking about these things. Red Door Pediatric Therapy, this is where you can find them. You're in Bismarck, you're in Minot. Give them a call. And Mandy, thanks so much. Always interesting. I mean, this could go on another 10 minutes.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
I wish I had had this conversation earlier,
For sure.
30 years ago. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.